Hey gang, this is Vicki Keller with Golden Rule Trades. Wanted to show you the setups for today. We just have one that is into our target zone right there, and I love when that happens. We had four good setups today. Now, some of these were hard to read, so I'm going to walk you through them, but understand that in real time, this was a little harder to see what was going on, but we still did good. Just simply by following our rules, we did okay. So originally we drew our lines here at the open, and that was a decent place to do that because we were able, once we got our confirmations here, we were able to enter here and capture this move here. And that was about 8 points, 8.5 points there. Up to that, you don't always get all of them. Sometimes the market moves too fast, sometimes you move too slow, sometimes it takes a minute to see what's going on. So now, then we had this move here, and we did not take this move. And I'll remind you why. Because once we got our setup and our confirmation, price had already moved back into this area here. And once it moves back into here, we do not take the trade until it moves back out and shows us that it wants to start um, start a more than just a waffling move, and it did not do that. In fact, it went up, and had we gotten in, we would have gotten stopped out. But again, our rules say that we wait for it to get out of that zone before we enter. So we were then able to turn around and let me show you what I did. I took this, try again. I took this that we had drawn here because we never violated this. So we're still on the up pattern. And I moved it to here. And then when we saw that we had continued on our up move, we waited for a pullback because we don't get in past this line here or our risk reward ratio gets messed up. And we were able to capture these points here. So we captured these, we captured those for basically our second trade. It was one elongated trade, but it was our second trade. Now I want you to notice um, had we held on to these, we probably would have gotten stopped out. But because we took the conservative entry first and then went back in for the more aggressive entry, we were actually able to get more points out of it and avoid a stop out. So we did good today. Now, this one on the down move, we had a few choices that were kind of difficult to see. Any one of them that you took, you'd have been okay. So that's nice. If you'd have taken this very conservative entry, you would have gotten about another 8 or 9 points here. Had you taken the more aggressive entry, that could have been to, about here. And you would have gotten that as well. Even if you took this one here, you still would have gotten your move. It's just a matter of how many points you would have gotten out of it. But one way or the other, this was our third move, and it was successful as well. Again, there's the morning method, and then there's how you play the system, whether you're conservative or aggressive or a mixture of both. Now, same thing with this move as well. If you took a conservative entry, you'd have gotten about another 8 points off of here. And if you'd have taken a more aggressive entry to about here, then you would have just completed this like right now. And it all depends on what your method was for determining when to get in. This was a very logical place to do it. And again, another 8 points. If you wanted to be a little more aggressive, you could have done this. And as you can see, we've made it into our target zone. Haven't quite yet tagged this. So, I would not let this come out of here. I don't want it to come back all that way. If it can't meet up to here, I say good job. We still were able to capture quite a few of those points. Thank you very much and call it a day, especially because we're coming up on noon and we're likely to get a little more chop now. So And again, another move. Four great moves today. And even though they were a little difficult to see in real time, Morning Method handled it like a champ. Now, I want to invite you and let you know that today is the last day for our Black Friday, Cyber Monday sale. This is the cheapest that you are going to find this. Had you been in the live room today, there's a very good chance that you could have made the price of the course today if you had played minis. Now, I played micros and I still almost made back the price of the course today in one day. So I would really like for you to add this as a part of your trading plan. Join us in the live room as we walk through all of this. You're not left to figure it out alone. That's why we give you 30 days in the live room free, plus the guarantee that if you do not make back the price of the course in the month that you get free, I will give you another month free because that's how committed I am to your success, but that's also how much I believe in this system. Again, the system works. We just have to develop our trading plan around the system. And you will have a full month to do that. And if it doesn't pay back itself, I'll give you the second month free because I do believe that this is a great way to trade. It's extremely simple, but yet it is consistent. It is something that helps you to know your rules, to know your entries, know your exits, and have a 67% win rate on your trades. Again, today we had four of them. All four of them made it into their target zone. So this is not an unusual day. It was nice to have four. Usually we got three trades, but again, this is a typical day for us. I don't pretty any of this up. You get to see exactly what we did, the good, bad, and the ugly, and you get to trade alongside of us in the live room. So both things are on sale. You can get the morning method, and then for any student who's been a part of the morning method, you can avail yourself of that huge discount on the live room as well and join us there and become part of our community. We're all making strides and encouraging each other as we do. So stay safe out there and good luck trading.